Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की श्रीला अद्वैता आचार्य आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की Gaur Pramanande Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear all devotees. Let me take this opportunity to introduce Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji has done his PhD from IIT Delhi, and then he was teaching in BITS Pilani. He was teaching for a very short time, but so many devotees were manufactured from BITS Pilani during that time. And almost I also got passed out at the same time, and wherever I go, I used to meet Leela Purushottam prabhu students. And then after some short stint in Germany, Prabhuji came back to IIT Kanpur. From almost 2000 onwards, Prabhuji was teaching in IIT Kanpur. And last year, Prabhuji became director of IIT Mandi. And now he is heading whole IIT Mandi institution, and there he is bringing so many revolutionary initiatives, like he is introducing Indian knowledge studies like that in IIT. So he is trying to capture the world using the science and preaching to so many people. So we are very, very fortunate for having Prabhuji here today on the very auspicious occasion of Advaita Acharya's appearance day. So I thank Prabhu to come and give us his association. He's also heading ISKCON Gurukul in Vrindavan, and also Dehradun and Ranchi. So many of his students are engaged in preaching activities. So that way Prabhuji is really doing great contribution to our mission. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Radhakant Prabhu, you are very kind. What is this verse you are showing? Can you show the verse 634? Adi Lila? Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Today we will be reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 6, verse number 34. Yahara tulasi jale yahara hunkare. Saguna sahita chaitanya avatare. Yahara tulasi jale yahara hunkare. Sagana sahita chaitanya avatare. Yanhara whose tulasi jale, by tulasi leaves and Ganges water. Yanhara of whom? Hunkare, by the loud voice. Sogana, his personal associates. Sahite, accompanied by. Chaitanyara, of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Avatare, in the incarnation. Translation by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ji ki. He worshipped Krishna with tulasi leaves and water of the Ganges and called for him in a loud voice. Thus Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on earth accompanied by his personal associates. We will read one more verse and then we will start discussing. This verse is same chapter but verse number, I think 80. Dasa moi Chaitanya Dasa. Chaitanya Dasa moi Chaitanya Dasa. Chaitanya Dasa moi Tanra Dasa Dasa. Chaitanya Dasa moi Tanra Dasa Dasa. I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya, a servant of Lord Chaitanya. I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya and a servant of his servant. Who has spoken this? Advaita Acharya. So, given the paucity of time, I would have liked to read the whole thing, but I would just speak something by the mercy of Srila Advaita Acharya. Srila Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu himself. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his entourage represent Panchatattva, 5 tattvas, and one of them is Advaita Acharya, incarnation. And these incarnations that descend to this world is through Advaita Acharya. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains there are 2 causes for this material universe. One is efficient cause, the other is ingredient cause, cause of upadana. And Mahavishnu himself is the efficient cause. But then he himself expands as Advaita, and his efficient desire gets a form. That is upadanakas. Just like, for example, this building that you have now, it was originally given by an architect. But then you need a builder who will fill everything, who will make strong pillars, he will make sure that the structural aspects, the bearing aspects, all these things are properly reinforced according to the original design. So in that sense also you can understand what is efficient cause and what is upadana cause. The most important here is that you have to see that material world is Krishna's own expansion, and through varieties of ways the material world finally is an expansion of Krishna, but then there is Prakriti, material nature, which was unmanifest, invisible in the beginning, and then what you are seeing now, you don't see material nature. What we see? What we see in the world? Do you see the material nature? What are those? What we say in the Shastric language? Panchabhuta you don't see. Do you see Panchabhuta? I don't think. Material manifestation, how we use the word in object of senses. The world for us is object of senses. Is that clear? And where do those object of senses they reside? Outside of you or inside of you? Inside of you. Right? Because for us everything is within the perceptual space. Our experience is not that of the external world. Our experience is only the perceptual world. I perceive my world. What is there out, nobody knows. Like for example, you are walking on the road, there is a heap of diamond, right? Somebody comes, sees, puts in the pocket, looks around and flees. Another person sees, hey, he may go and hand over to the police. Another person he sees, he feels this is as good as also a stone, doesn't care, just moves on. Right? So, it's all perceptual world. We all act according to our perceptual world. So the world that we are trying to enjoy is actually Krishna. But Krishna transforms himself in such an illusory way that we want to enjoy it. Because in the spiritual world, Krishna is the enjoyer. Krishna is only enjoyer. Right? Who is his first expansion? Balaram. What that expansion is known as? Swamsa, but there is a name, Vaibhava Prakasa. Or you can say Bilasa expansion. Krishna is expanding for his pleasure. He wants to celebrate. But Krishna has another expansion. All Swamsa, this is also Swamsa. Balaram is expansion, and from Balaram everything is expanding. This is Vaibhava Prakasa. And then his own expansion is called Prabhava Prakasa. Just like when Krishna played on his flute on the bank of Yamuna. So one by one, the girlfriends of Krishna, they started coming there. So for each girlfriend, Krishna is manifesting a kunja. Right? And with that girlfriend, Krishna is locked. Okay? And the girlfriend is thinking, "Oh, wow, Krishna has given me special attention. I'm only with him." But another girlfriend is coming, Krishna is manifesting another kunja. Right? And then he's locked there. And in that small, how big is Yamuna bank? But then now, suddenly in that middle of the night, Krishna has manifested millions of kunjas. Millions of kunjas. Okay? And within each kunja, Krishna and Gopi. And one of the most beautiful kunja, Krishna and Radharani. So original Krishna stays with Radharani, and then same Krishna. There is no difference between the expansion Krishna, but Swayam Krishna is always Radharani, and then the other Krishnas with his expansion. Other gopis are with Krishna's expansion. So this is Krishna's expansion. So why does Krishna do this expansion? What is the reason? Why he has to? He is Atma Rama, right? You have heard about Krishna as Atma Rama, right? He is completely full. He is complete. He is Purna. Atma Ramasya Munaya Nirgranthaya Purikrama Kurvanti Ahaitukim Bhaktim Ittha Bhuto Gunahari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this. How many ways? 61 ways. To Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya also he explained, I think 18 ways. Anyway, so Krishna is Atma Rama. And he is original Atma Rama. So why does he expand himself? In order to give pleasure to his devotees. Yes, to celebrate his own opulence. Ananda chinmaya rasa prativabhitavhi tavhir eva nija rupa taya kalabhi goloko eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. He is Anandamaya. He is full of rasa. And 5 primary rasas are Santa, Sakhya, Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Right? So, Anandamaya means he is full of that rasa. Complete. And his potency is so inconceivable, these rasas naturally want to express themselves. And these rasa, they expand. So Krishna, within him has Vatsalya rasa. He wants to be parented. So that rasa manifests as Yashoda, Nanda Baba, Devaki, Vasudeva. Followed? So that rasa within him, which wants to taste the Vatsalya, comes out as a person. Okay? So, all these rasas, they come out from Krishna to give pleasure to Krishna. Not other way. They are coming out of Krishna to give pleasure to Krishna. Okay? So, all expansions are expansions of Krishna's rasa, Ananda rasa. And these expansions, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Brahma Samhita in his purport says They are adept in Goloka Vrindavan, all of them, in 64 arts. Because to be able to associate with Krishna, you need to be expert in 64 arts. Otherwise, Krishna has nothing to do with you. If you are not good at music, say Krishna says, you are not here. You are not in our party. You have to be expert in all 64 arts. Arjuna, Parthasarathi Krishna, right? Arjuna is expert in 64 arts. That's why his friend, Sakhyarasa. If you are not expert in that, how? Otherwise you will have inferiority complexity. Suppose a big professor has come, you want to speak with him. You don't have that caliber. Can you go and talk to him? No. You will tremble. So you have to adapt in all 64 arts. So Balaram, when he expanded from Krishna, he served Krishna in all 5 rasas. As Santarasa, he served him as his garment, as his bed, as his umbrella. Right? Santarasa. Dasyarasa, as a servant. He was playing with Krishna, Sakhyarasa. Right? Vashalya rasa, elder brother. Vashalya rasa. As Ananga Majari, Madhurya rasa. All 5 rasas he is serving. One of his expansion is Sesa. There is a verse in Brahma Samhita, there is a verse in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, I think 6th or 7th verse, where Brahmaji is saying, time will come when Radhakant Prabhu, take this, I think this driver is probably talking. Yeah. So so Brahmaji is telling, while praying to Krishna, offering prayer to Krishna, in time, the philosophers and scientists will be able to count the number of atoms this universe consists of. Number of photons being radiated from all luminaries. Number of glacier particles that are existing all around. But nobody can count your unlimited glories. So basically Brahmaji is saying that nobody can know you who you are, right? And that's fact. Nobody understands Krishna, and Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, Name viduhu suragana maharsaya Name viduhu suragana na prabhavana maharsaya aham adiri devanam. So, nobody, Name viduhu suraganaha. There are 33 million, 33 crore demigods. Nobody knows him. No Maharsaya. The Saptarsi, the most brilliant, brainy people, they also don't know Krishna. Because Aham Adiri Devanam. He is the origin of all of them. Anyway, so there, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Sesa, Krishna as Sesa, has counted all these things. Only he, others can count. Number of photons emitting, number of molecules here. Sesa has counted. Of course, Sesa is there in every atom. So he can count, right? So he is capable of counting. But even Sesa cannot count the unlimited glories of Krishna. It is not possible. Right? So now, when you don't understand somebody, would you ever approach that? Suppose you don't like a subject, will you ever study it? But we say, nobody understands Krishna. Nobody understands Krishna. He is inconceivable. By definition, he is Ananta, Achintya. Ananta means what? Unlimited. Achintya means inconceivable. He is inconceivable and he is unlimited. Do you understand what is unlimited? From unlimited you take unlimited times unlimited, what remains is still unlimited. Can you understand anything? You can, it is very easy to say. And everybody thinks I understand. But a fool only says that. To say that I understand unlimited means you are saying you are a number one fool. Nobody understands what is unlimited. Laws of infinite nobody can penetrate. Like for example, you are taught, all of you are educated, you must have studied science. So we talk about empiric science. It's a finite realm. We talk about finite laws. This is nothing to do with infinite laws. Right? So then if Krishna is so unlimited, inconceivable, so why one should approach him? If Ananta says that, trying his best from time immemorial, he is not able to count the glories of Krishna, then why should you approach Krishna? Anybody has any question? I don't understand this. What do you think? He is inconceivable, nobody can understand him, why should he approach him? You will be also glorified. He is an inconceivable person, you don't understand him. This verse is still there? Chaitanya Dasamui? Yeah. Anybody who would like to give an answer? Yeah. Yeah, you are saying? Yeah. No, what you will understand? You will not understand Krishna. Nobody can understand Krishna. Try to understand this. Okay? Do you see this is Krishna? Do you understand this? This is Krishna. Everything around is Krishna. Do you understand? Any of you understand this? You see there is a flower plant there I am seeing. What is the cost of a plant? 10 rupees, 20 rupees? That plant is producing a flower, right? Can you produce? I'll give you $2 billion. Can you produce? Okay, I will give you the entire Brahmanda. Can you produce? This is what? That's why Prabhupada said, rascals, they show miracles. We don't have to show miracles. In every atom, there is miracle. There is Krishna. Are you able to follow? So this is where Advaita Acharya is teaching. Advaita means non-different from Krishna, but Acharya. He teaches us devotional service. What is saying? Chaitanya, everybody read. Tara dasaira dasa. So, by serving Krishna, including Balaram, they participate in Krishna's celebration. By becoming servant of Krishna, you derive that rasa. Krishna is full of rasa, and you can release that rasa. You can't release Krishna, the absolute truth. That nobody can penetrate that wall, but I can release the relationship with him in a specific rasa by becoming his servant. So from Balaram down to all his expansion, Balaram, then Mahasankarsana, Sankarsana, Mahavishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Kirodaka Sai Vishnu. So all of them are Advaita, same as Krishna, but they accept the role of servant to Krishna. And they release servitude to Krishna. Although they are Advaita to Krishna, but they release servitude to Krishna. So by becoming servant of servant of servant of servant of Krishna's servant, we can really taste that sweetness of Krishna, little bit. Krishna is that whole sweetness, and unlimited devotees are trying to release that sweetness. And everybody, according to their realization, is releasing whatever they can release. Just like our Acharyas give the example, there are birds in the sky. Jai Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki jai, Sri Sri Chaitanya Nitai Gaur ki jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. So the Advaita Acharya he has become a teacher of devotional service. When Mahaprabhu appeared, how he appeared, previous verse I said, he performed, he took a vow. Because you cannot give something to the people unless you are ordered. Even on his free will, Advaita Acharya, although he is Mahavishnu, he cannot distribute love of Godhead unless he is ordered. See, you wanted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to descend, and then by his order, in ecstasy, he will distribute the love of Godhead. So he made Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to descend. Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai. Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai. Tava krupa vale pai Chaitanya Nitai. Tava krupa vale pai Chaitanya Nitai. So Advaita Acharya, he, although Mahavishnu, we have little bit of some expertise, we start to act as actor. From Balaram down to Mahavishnu in the form of Advaita Acharya, nobody acts as an actor. If Krishna orders, then they will act. They only follow the order of Krishna. They are supreme, but they don't exhibit their supreme nature. Because that is not releasable. You will not feel pleasure. So that is why he took a vow that unless Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descends, he will give up his life. He roared like a lion. and worshipped Saligram with the Tulasi and Gangajala. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he and his consort, Sita Thakurani, went to greet the Lord. But then Lord performed his scholastic pastime. Advaita Acharya was silent. He was waiting when he will start his real pastime. It is not that he is not doing, he is studying. He is every day in his house there is Bhagavatam discussion. Vishwarup, the elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, will visit every day in that assembly where Advaita Acharya is giving discourse on Srimad Bhagavatam. And that time, in the lunch time, Sachi Mata will send Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, go, call your elder brother. So Vishwarupa will be sitting there, hearing with attention, rapt attention Srimad Bhagavatam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, will go and pull the uttari of his elder brother. Mother is calling, as if like so innocent. But the moment Nimai enters there, he becomes Sanojier of all eyes. So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his Sankirtan Leela in Srivasa Angan, Mahasankirtan, that time Advaita Acharya came hiding because he wanted to taste whether Lord recognizes him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of affection, told his devotees, go, this Nada is hiding. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always called him, because he is Narayana, and he will always address him as a Nada, not full Narayana. That was his relationship. Advaita Acharya is, you see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took initiation from Ishwara Puripada. Ishwara Puripada's teacher is Madhavendra Puripada. And Madhavendra Puripada initiated Advaita Acharya. So in that sense, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will always give respect, offer obeisances to Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya didn't like. That is why he propagated impersonalism. Because he was seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chastising his near and dear ones, his very own Nitya Parikaras. But he is giving reverence. He is offering reverence to Advaita Acharya. So, that is why he started speaking impersonalism. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came scolding him left and right, and he danced in joy. Right? So the Advaita Acharya in his Lila is showing that Krishna, Akele Iswara Krishna or Sabhavritya. That is why Acharya. Acharya is here. Nobody understands who is Krishna. Particularly in this part, whenever I come, people are very much attracted to Vishnu, Narasimha. Hardly you will see people will say, I am attracted to Krishna. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Because the only worshipable Lord is Krishna. Because everybody worships Krishna. From Mahavishnu to Balaram, all other expansion, everybody worships only Krishna. That is why the absolute truth The first the ultimate realization of absolute truth is Anandamaya. Next level is Vijnanamaya. Next level is Jnanamaya. Next level is Pranamaya. And next level is Annamaya. At least when you take prasadam, recognize if this is not there, then I will die. You see? So if you go to Vrindavan, we have this Ramanrati ashram, they will offer you roti ram, dal ram, right? So actually this is Ram. It is Ram. Everything is expansion of Krishna, ultimately. Okay? So from the Arnamaya to Pranamaya, the living symptoms, right? Jnanamaya, willing, feeling, all those, In the Indian knowledge system, we are now doing research. What is the distinction between a living body and non-living body? What are biological switches by which consciousness pervades the entire body? These are all Jnanamaya. So Jnanamaya, Pranamaya and Annamaya, these are all about this object of senses. Right? But they are attributes of absolute truth. Everything. There is nothing beyond Krishna. Sometimes we make a big mistake when we say God, but it's something different. No, there is nothing but God. There is only one thing, Krishna is existing. Others doesn't matter whether you exist, don't exist. You are zilch in that existence of Krishna. We don't matter. That is why Advaita Acharya, as an Acharya, he is teaching us, the only worshipable person is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the combined form of Sri Radha and Krishna. Right? So, time ho gaya. So, I am very, very sorry. I should not have spoken today. But he literally forced me that I have to speak. So anyway, I'll narrate very one thing. Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu, right? And he and Nityananda Prabhu, these are the two main branches of Chaitanya tree, right? And if you see, Advaita Acharya was reading Bhagavatam, but he was not distributing love of Godhead. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and gave him order, he started doing it. But one of the very fundamental teaching that Advaita Acharya gave to us is the way he honored Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, all of you know that he was born in Muslim family, right? And Haridas Thakur was born in Benapole. Benapole, he was, some Ramchandra Khan tried to malign him, sending a prostitute, but Haridas Thakur converted her as a pure devotee and then came to another place where he was chanting incessantly the holy name. But there was a snake, and then the local people said, no, you leave this place. But the snake, before Haridas Thakur could leave, the snake also left. He didn't want to give any trouble to Haridas Thakur. Then Haridas Thakur was invited by Hiranya Majumdar, Govardhan Majumdar. They organized a program for him, and he gave an exposition on the holy name. And there Gopal Chakravarti offended Haridas Thakur, and his nose caught leprosy, and rest is history. Then Haridas Thakur left that place because he was not very happy because Gopal Chakravarti. Because a devotee never feels happy when he sees others are being in distress. So Haridas Thakur came to Santipura and built a hut along the Ganga and lived there. And there also he did, chamatkara, because he initiated Durga Devi in Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Durga Devi was constantly chanting Sri Rama, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. But Haridas Thakur initiated her. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And both of them, he made Haridas Thakur to come every day to have lunch. He was taking only once in a lunch. And he was, normally he does Madhukari, but he forced him to come to his house. So every day, Haridas Thakur will come and take prasadam with Advaita Acharya. One day Advaita Acharya was doing Shraddha ceremony. In Shraddha, after offering Bhoga to Vishnu, that direct offering that was made to Vishnu is given to the most qualified person. And Advaita Acharya has invited all his peers, and they are all sitting. Advaita Acharya has already made the offering, but there is a very raised seat. They say, this is Vyasasana is raised, all of you are sitting on the ground. Similarly, there is a raised seat. And every Brahman there, Pandit is thinking this seat will be given to me, because everybody is thinking I am a great. Advaita Acharya is going to convey. And Advaita Acharya is sending his servant, go out! Where is the guest? And he is again and again coming, nobody is there. I don't see any guest. Finally, Advaita Acharya goes out and sees the guest is there. But his servant can't see. Just like if he say, Krishna is here, we can see, you cannot see. None of us we can see Krishna unless he allows us to see. So Advaita Acharya went and saw Haridas Thakur sitting there, standing there for a long time. So he lifted Haridas Thakur and brought him inside and made him sit on that raised seat and offered that Shraddha Prasad to him. So all the Pandits said, this fellow is a Muslim fellow. He has been made to sit on this. So they all left. Revolted. But after some time, they said, Advaita Acharya is expert. In literature, he cannot make any mistake. If he has given him the foremost position, that means he must be deserving. So in that debate, they concluded and came back and asked forgiveness from Advaita Acharya. So by this example, Advaita Acharya glorified those who are chanting the holy name purely. They are the best. They are beyond the varnashrama. They are the celebrated people, qualified to become Krishna's intimate servant. There are so many things are there about Advaita Acharya. Sorry, we will stop here. Thank you very much for listening to me. And we cannot have a question-answer session also. Thank you. Hare Krishna.